Wow, look at my hair. Hey, hey, hey. How y'all doing? I was going to give everybody time to get through the Johnny Depp case, but it does not look like they're going to be a verdict right now. So I'll wait till people come in. I'm a few minutes early. Look at my hair. I am a hot mess today, guys. And I'm trying to find my remote. I can't find my remote anywhere, and it's driving me nuts. I had a little bit of Seinfeld on. I needed some fun uplift today. We're going to talk about a bunch of things, and I've been following it for some insane reason that the Depp case comes back with a verdict right now. I will switch over to it, but I doubt that there is going to be one. They had it said deliberations, or they're in deliberations. It said they had a question from the jury. So, and that's where they were at, but I'm interested to know y'all's thoughts on it. What's going to happen. But anyways, how's everybody's Monday? It is Monday. Lovely Monday. Sorry, I'm checking my messages. All right, give me a hello so I know you guys are out there. I know you're all here. I'm not moving on. So we are going to talk about a couple things. We are going to talk a little more about Uvalde and some of the things that have transpired since then. But I'm interested in your thoughts. So say that Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, they say they get a verdict today, okay? Which I'm not sure if that's actually going to happen. Hey, Punkette, one of my favorite people on the tubes. I am not sure if it's actually, hey, Merc, if they will have a verdict or not today, but do you guys think that it's going to be for Johnny or for Amber? I haven't watched it enough to say that I'm confident it's going to be one way, but based on what I've seen others say and the little bit about the trial that I've watched, I would say probably it's going to go in favor of Johnny, but then other people are saying that it's going to go for Amber. So I'm just curious what y'all's thoughts are. Plus, I have a health issue y'all need to help me with before we talk about this, okay? I thought I was having a heart attack this morning. Not even kidding you. I rolled over to get out of bed. I think I get up at like 5:30, and when I did so, like I just had these shooting chest pains that like wouldn't stop, and like it hurts every time I breathe. So I called my husband. He was like, "Okay, are you having a heart attack? Do we need to do something?" Long story short, they said it was like a muscle spasm, like from sleeping wrong, I guess. But I cannot get the pain to go away. So I need somebody to tell me a way to get the pain to go away. And you'll be my hero. For some reason my thing isn't working right. My stream is slow. Okay. Yes, so if you can tell me that, that would be awesome. Now, let's talk about the Uvalde case. Punkette, if you're still here, I will say that Ileana's dad is in, from what I've seen, I've got to confirm this, but is in jail, and on it would seem drug-related charges. From what I know, he was denied furlough, which is super sad. I think that I guess he talked to her via letter on Friday of the week before she was killed. I do think that I would like to see him. I wish he was allowed to, at least, even if, at a distance or whatever, was able to be there for his daughter's funeral. I do think that's kind of sad. Um, but I'm hoping they'll at least let him, be there via Zoom or whatnot. I don't know if my internet's even working. Hang on a second. Something's weird. Is there some sort of drama going on in the tubes that I don't know about? Weird. Everybody's probably watching the Johnny Depp trial. I think that's what's happening. But anyways, all right. Is the verdict going on right now? I'm looking because if it is, we're switching. Wait. Who cares? Anyways, let's move on. No, it's just rewatching Amber's stupidity, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, so we did finally hear from the shooter's father. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and read what he had to say. It is a little bizarre. A couple new little tidbits here. The chief officer that made the wrong call of standing down, he was supposed to be sworn in this week to city council. The mayor had come forward last night and said he was going to be, there was no reason. Heard that too. He should be able to be with her. Miss Ellie, I'm wondering. I mean, it's like no, exactly, Punkette. You guys are finally popping up. That's so weird. Hey, unpopular opinion. There, no, nothing is stopping the pain, Miss Ellie. So yeah, I agree, Punkette. The mayor came out and said, well, there's no reason that he shouldn't be allowed to be sworn in. However, it has since been released that he is not being sworn into city council. And I got to tell you, hey, MJ's life, I'm not sad about it. If anyone thinks that Abbott and those guys are playing around right now with what see, it even hurts to breathe, Miss Ellie, with what they're doing as far as looking into it. If the Department of Justice is involved in this, uh that's a big deal. That's a big deal. And hey, Shay, it is said that they think that they're going to go officer by officer, and this is a big deal. um I have done a lot of digging, y'all, and there has been speculation of, and I am not saying that this is the case. I've been talking to Kathy Joe a little bit, and Amber, and some other, people about it and their opinions. I am not saying that there was any type of corruption at all. Okay. There are rumors and speculation that some of the officers got their kids out. Well, thanks, Miss Ellie. That's what I'm wondering. That is speculation. That has not been confirmed. I do have questions. I have questions of how they got all the way to the door. MJ's life, we're talking about the Uvalde, just where we're at now, and there's some other new information. Yeah, YouTube's been real glitchy for me today. Um, to be at the classroom door and be grazed and turn around is weird to me. So another little girl has come out and said that when she was in, or that she was in the auditorium. That's rumors, MJ's life. Now, I've seen that rumors based on some people from Uvalde saying that, but I don't know if that's true or not. So I'm waiting for that, to hear that. Um, there was a little girl that said he actually came into the auditorium first and said, "Kids, come out from hiding," or something. Um, this little girl did an interview. I don't know about that because based on the diagram that the police have shown, there's no auditorium. So that would mean he I have to find where the auditorium is in the building, because that would mean that he went all the way to the other end of the building. Not the other end. I think it's straight ahead, but we know, because we know once he got in the classroom, he was there. And so it's just all very weird. The little girl said she didn't come out because they knew that it wasn't a police officer. I don't know. I have to yeah, I know, MJ's life. I kind of disengaged too from it for the weekend. I have to find out where the auditorium was in there to hear. Um, I have a pretty good feeling. I have a pretty good hunch that the shooter had relation within that classroom. Is my suspicion. Now, I also saw an article that a week before the shooting took place, the shooter reached out to his second cousin, "Hey, Brittany," and said, "Can I talk to your child?" or something like, "Can I talk to your whoever?" And wanted to know details of when they would be out of lunch, when they went into recess for lunch. And I do know that, let's just say, I think that there's some relation in that class, whether or not he chose those classes based on, somebody, said to me within my little chat, I guess it said, well, you got to remember it's a small town. Everybody's related to everybody. That's true as well. Um, but I did have, I was curious to see, I was curious of why he chose that classroom. I assume he chose that classroom based on the fact that, they were adjoining classrooms, but then I looked across the hall and there was adjoining classrooms as well. So it's just kind of a little bit suspect in that way. Um, I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's also interesting that, did any of you else know that he could have had, like, I don't know. There's some things, it's just weird. What are you guys' thoughts on it? Give me your thoughts on if you think there's some stuff happening behind the scenes that's not adding up. I mean, all I know is, they've got some answers to do. Yeah, so in 2021 of September, now, bless his sister's heart, she's in the Navy, and so here's an example, guys. She's in the Navy. Like, this is somebody who maybe probably didn't have a great upbringing, right? We know that. Who decided to be proactive and change their life, who went on to go into the Navy and do good things. He approached his sister in September of 2021 and said, "Hey, I want you to buy me a gun, blah, blah, blah." She said, "Absolutely not." The fact that he would even ask her that, so selfish. Uh, in February, he started saying that he was going to shoot up schools in this, whatever app he was part of, Yubo or something like that. But people said no one took him seriously. So I got to be honest, I sat all my kids down and I was like, "Look, I mean, they're not really in the chat things, but I said, you see something, you say something." Exactly, MJ's life. I don't care if you think somebody's being funny or trying to make a joke or not, you say something. Because, well, that would have stopped this entire thing. Um, something is just weird. So this is what the shooter's father had to say. So what I do see is the only one that ever tells the shooter no is the grandmother. Allegedly, what set him off, there was a fight over a phone because she wanted him to get his own plan. So this is what he had to say. The father of the 18-year-old gunman who killed 21 this week wants the world to know he is sorry. "I just want the people to know I'm sorry, man, for what my son did. I never expected my son to do something like that. He should have just killed me, instead of doing something like that to someone." His son, okay, so his name's Salvador as well, and they go through what he did, blah blah blah. Ramos said he was at work the day of the shooting and only learned of it when his mother called to tell him. In a panic, he started, yeah, I know MJ's life, he called the local jail, asking if his son was there. He said eventually the realization sunk in, that he's never going to see, he said, this was, these people. I'm never going to see my son again, just like they're not going to see their kids, and that hurts me. Yeah, I'll hold my opinion on that one. And he said that he's been living in his girlfriend's. This is the dad has been living in his girlfriend's for several years. Um, Hold on, he says more. He said that his son was a good person who stuck to himself. Okay. Well, we know both those things are lies because we know good people don't do that. And for two, we also know that he might have stuck to himself, but we've had several classmates confirm that when he was in school, he was a stinking bully. So this is what he said. He said he did notice one change in his son in recent months. A pair of boxing gloves he had purchased started testing them out at a local park. He said that he told him, "Mijo, one day somebody's gonna kick your ass." I started seeing different changes in him like that. Okay, so he got a pair of boxing gloves and started taking them to the park to fight with people. So we started seeing those changes in him. Apparently, yeah, exactly. Apparently, Ramos, the young one, had a bad relationship with his mother and he dropped out of school ahead of his graduation. He was supposed to graduate this year. So he was a month away from graduation, not even a month away from graduation. His father, however, admitted he had not spent much time with him lately because he was employed outside of Uvalde, and the dad's mother has cancer. He added that his son grew frustrated with COVID precautions about a month ago and refused to speak to him. Okay, I do understand the COVID restriction frustration, but if anyone lives in Texas or knows anything about Texas, Texas and Florida have been the least precautioned COVID states in the country and were one of the first ones to kind of ditch the masks things and everything. So I don't buy that. Ramos, the father, faulted the boy's mother. You guys, I can't with this. Faulted the boy's mother for not buying him more school supplies and clothes. He said his son was bullied at school for wearing the same high water jeans every day and that was the reason he ultimately dropped out. However, former classmates and families have confirmed that Ramos was bullied in middle school for speech, but former coworkers and others who knew him said Ramos had an extremely aggressive streak, and all of his internet history pointed to that. He was very happy with twisted boasting about guns and bloodshed. Former classmates said he's engaged in multiple fistfights and said he was very aggressive and harassing towards women that he worked with. The dad says, "Well, my daughter, I guess my daughter changed her life. She went to the Navy. I wish my son would have gone and changed his life. Well, so do everybody's kids that he killed. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm being blunt because he said his son had a girlfriend in San Antonio whom he and his family had been to visit, but he did not comment further on the teenager's social life. I don't want them calling him a monster. They don't know nothing, man. They don't know nothing he was going through." I'm sorry, but I'm going to be blunt. I am really, really sick and tired of these two parents making excuses for this kid. I am sorry. I am sorry. No, I don't even want to say that. Mod Squad, you have permission. If somebody in my family does something stupid and I start to defend him that way, see, I'm getting my chest all. I know, right, Miss Ellie? Somebody come here and you can slap the crap out of me, okay? You just come slap the crap right out of me. All right, because that is no excuse. You don't get to go to jail, in and out of jail, have very little to do with your son's life. Come on here and tell us that he's a good person, and then Miss Ellie has diagnosed me with pleurisy because I think that's what I have. That's what the doctor said on the phone. So it's like, sorry guys. Then sit here and tell them, how dare you? How dare you come on here and say, I don't want them calling him a monster. They don't know nothing, man. They don't know anything he was going through. They don't know nothing. Well, let me tell you something, you douchebag. You got 18 years to be a good dad to your son. These babies, these babies got 9, 10 years, at most 11 years to be kids. And their parents would give anything, including their own life, to get to see them to be 18. Yeah, an off-duty border patrol who has more balls than all the police, but anyways, um, took his barber's gun and ran into the school to get his family and children. A mother got uncuffed and ran in the school and saved her babies. And you're going to sit there and you're going to tell me that the kid was bullied because he had high water jeans and that we don't know nothing? Allegedly. You got to be out of your freaking mind. And you know what? The mothers know better. She's sitting here saying he had his reasons. He had his reasons. Oh, okay. He had his reasons, right? Why don't you fill me in? Tell me, please. Tell me. Tell me what exactly 19 babies did to him. Tell me what exactly a teacher who in turn just now lost the husband, so 4 kids are now without parents. Tell me, please, what they did to you. I'm just, I just, and so you know what? In this sense, now's the time where I can say, hey, Rhodey Gale, you gotta frickin' be kidding me. The same thing. I'm sorry, y'all, and I don't know what went through that police chief's mind. But if it turns out to be and we find out that there is corruption in that town within the police force, I'm telling y'all, they lied to Abbott, which we've confirmed. Okay, not lied, misled. They screwed with a governor. Yes, free range. I believe 17. If he targeted this room, I have reason to believe this is not a fact that's been released that he had relation in that room, which we know it's a small town. I get it. If he asked, if he talked to his cousins the week before and talked to this little kid, and I mean, we have proven there is proven targeting then. Like someone so-called parents talk crazy. Exactly, Miss Ellie. Exact. Thank you, Miss Ellie. That's exactly what I was trying to say. That's what I'm trying to. Yep, exactly. Because you know what? At the end of the day, the only person that clearly would say no to him was his grandma, and he shot her. Because we know, well, and his sister, but she was in the Navy. We know that his grandma was like basically with his mom too. She was kind of like, this crap isn't going to fly anymore. Um, this other kid, what it sounds, I don't believe either of his parents knew him well enough to even. This guy hasn't seen him in like 2 years. Like you don't even get to tell us. I don't even care. None of my babies died in there. You don't get to tell me that he's not a monster and that these parents know nothing when you have the chance, hey, Diana, to go to your kid's funeral. But the dad in jail on drug related charges that was just denied furlough, he doesn't get the chance. Now I get it. Consequences, consequences. But yeah, I know your mod squad. I know you're right. Yeah, they don't know. Anyone that tried to hold him accountable, he took out, like his grandmother. Exactly, Miss Ellie. And that's been proven that they were fighting over the phone because he said she wanted him to get his own plan. You don't have the right. And the reason I'm getting upset, is because these people don't deserve the right. I can't say they don't deserve it. They don't have the right to tell anybody you don't get to feel this way when you will never, ever convince me that any of those babies or those teachers did a single thing to this boy. Ever. And you know what? I don't like to see anyone. I know, right? Diana, there's a lot. What detail did you read, Diana? The cousin thing? There's some huge inconsistencies. You do see the well, what's kind of funny, y'all, is if you've lived in Texas, been to Texas, know anything about Texas, especially a small town Texas, I can guarantee you every other dad there was armed and loaded. Um, hey, Rena, I have heard every FBI interview in regards to this. Like FBI, not like former, people that have been through this. Yeah, let's break down that's a great idea, MJ's life. And I will say that all of them. Okay, I'll find that timeline. Um, all of them. Rena, do you happen to have the timeline? All of that you could message me and I can get it up here. All of them said, yes, it's an open carry. MJ's life. No, I was in Costco or one of Sam's Club one day, and I'm walking out, and there's a guy with like two pistols in the back of his pants. Like, yeah, it's definitely open carry. Um, crap, where was I going with this? Oh, every interview I've seen says, let me see if I can find the timeline, that you go no matter what, you go straight for the shooter. You go right for the gunman no matter what. Yeah, essay. No matter what, you go straight for the shooter. It doesn't matter. So their biggest thing, I mean, right there was um I'm just getting up the timeline here. Was not going straight for them. Oh, here we go. I think I got it. Oh, thank you. All right, let me find that. I got it. Let me see this one. This one is pretty. Okay, this one might this place is done pretty well. Let's whoops, hold on. Yeah. All right, let me see this and then I'll go. Let's break this down. This is a good idea. Let's break this down. This channel's fairly good.
classroom where he killed 19 children and 2 teachers for about an hour before he was finally shot and killed. It is shocking and
Thanks,
upsetting
Diana.
news for families of the victims and the community as they struggle to cope with the immense loss of so many young lives and the 2 teachers who tried to protect them.
Again, tonight we have team coverage in Uvalde. Adam Bennett sat down with the father of one of those young victims. But first, Xavier Walton with a closer look at the timeline of how it all happened. Xavier.
Yeah, MJ's like, no. Hey,
you
Jen.
mentioned it just a second ago. It took approximately 60 minutes for a tactical team to get in place before entering into Robb Elementary School. Sadly, by then, it was too late.
That's fear mounting with frustration as families were trying to rush into Robb Elementary
MJ's
School.
Life, can you
Authorities
drop your
say at
link and
11:40
Brittany's link to
Tuesday,
your
the
channel,
gunman
please?
entered through the unlocked back door. 4 minutes later, Uvalde police and Uvalde ISD officers make entry. They're met with gunfire, take cover, and call for backup.
We need equipment. We need specialty equipment.
Mod Squad, I'm with you.
Body armor. We need precision riflemen.
According to DPS, with the gunman barricaded inside, it took approximately 1 hour for a tactical team to arrive. The video shows what it was like for parents outside the school.
I was angry. I was scared. Well, my
1 second,
son,
MJ's Life.
How could this happen to the babies?
Jackie and Martine's son was inside during the shooting. He made it out alive.
And that is it. 21.
But to honor those who didn't, flowers and a balloon for each soul. One by one, Jackie stopped.
Maroon for Uvalde. School colors.
Emotion building with every step.
Yeah, we're gonna get. I'm gonna get a better timeline up here for y'all.
Sad. Can't believe this is going on right now.
You know, and as parents try to make sense of this sadness, investigators are working to provide answers for them,
Here we go. I got
including
it.
why it took some 60 minutes to get a tactical team in place and then go into the school. Reporting live here in Uvalde, Xavier Walton, I'll send it back to you.
Of course, still lots of questions. As you said, we'll stay on top of this story, try to get those answers for you. Xavier, thank you.
Let's bring in Adam Bennett now. Adam, you sat down with the father of one of the young victims. How is he doing tonight?
Well, Mia, he told me that reality really hit him today, but he did reach out to one of our colleagues to say
guys, I got
he
it.
was ready to talk,
All right, here we
motivated
go.
by memories of his daughter that he wanted to share.
Okay, hey Vicky. All right, so here's a better timeline, guys. It would seem like I appreciate you guys holding on. So what it's looking like is at 11:33, the shooter. Yeah, SA. So what they're saying is that within, I think they said 10 minutes from the time he crashed his vehicle to the time he got in the classroom was 10 minutes. I don't know. That seems a little bit weird. I mean, unless he was hauling, but most people have said he was walking. So at 11:33, we have that the shooter enters the school. Okay, 11:33 says 11:35. Uvalde PD enters the school. Now, from everything I have since researched, and y'all, I've also gone to, it's good when you can read articles from as hard as it is from some of the parents of survivors that were actually on site. So it would seem that the officers got all the way. So this is good. This is really good. We're gonna break the. What did I just do? Okay, let's break this down together. Let's put me on the bottom. All right. So my understanding is the shooter went in. Now this other girl is saying he went to the auditorium. That hasn't been confirmed that I've seen yet, other than this little girl. But hey, she would know. She was there. That he went to the auditorium and said, "Come on, kiddies, come out." Okay. The police have the diagram of him coming in the school and turning right away, and then turning into the classroom. Now, it says that all the people that have survived said that the teacher went. So when the shots were fired at the school, they got the lockdown or whatever, or at the funeral home, one of those two, they got a lockdown notice. They said the teacher went to lock the door, and when she did, he shot out the window of the classroom and came right in, looked at her, said goodnight, and shot her. Now that's pretty accurate because one of the girls there, that bless her heart, the 911 caller played it out. We have shotguns, right? But nothing. Yeah, Mod Squad, he should have never been able to shoot 100 rounds. Yeah, I agree. Okay, so that we could say that's probably the start of it. Then it said, from everything I've read, is that the PD went all the way to the classroom. He shot and grazed them twice, grazed two of the officers. Okay. Here's the thing, guys. I understand he had an AR. I understand that they probably only had handguns. I get all of that. But I would assume they had bulletproof vests. But my point is, we know he shot the window out. So I have an issue with them not just going right in, even with 7 guys. Why you don't just charge in the classroom? Whatever you got to do, create chaos. It's like Lana said the other day when she was in here. You have to just create chaos because you got to get their brain thinking about something else. They can't deal with the chaos. So then they leave. 12:03, 911 call inside the school. I believe that was Maya. All right. Uh this makes me, Miss Ellie, my pleurisy kicking up. This makes me angry. 12:03 at the same time. As many as, guys, as many as 19 officers are in the hallway of the school. And if that doesn't make you want to scream, I don't know what does. Thank you, SA. 12:15, the tactical team members arrive. Now, keep in mind when the tactical team got there and the people even above them, the chief officer was telling them, stand down, it's not an active shooting situation anymore. It was when I believe it was the Border Patrol finally said, no more. And they went, no more. And keep in mind, parents are being handcuffed and tased and, all that stuff. Finally, at 12:50, the shooter is killed. But you guys also have to remember something else too. Let me make sure you have to make sure something else too is that within this time period, this little girl Maya called not once, not twice, not 3 times, but I believe 4 times is from what I understand. 3 or 4 times. I'll have grace with me. I'd have to relook. But 3 or 4 times. To watch at one time, about I think it was 12:19 or something. It's not showed here in the timeline. She says, "Please come. Please send police now." All right. That baby, from what I understand, is equally as traumatized, she said, because she can't understand why the police didn't come in. I want to read exactly how many. And another girl called but hung up right away. But let me see. Based on her words, I will say, you all, they've raised $2.7 million for the 4 kids that those 2 left behind, the teacher and her husband. And I say more power. I love that. I hope they don't ever have to worry about anything. Do you know that Maya, guys, the brave girl that wiped her sister's blood on her, that She had a stomach tumor when she was a little kid and was like a miracle child to begin with. It's just um so they said they killed one of her friends, right? Yeah. Trying to I can't shoot, I can't find it. I do know that she said oh, here. She told the 911, probably Miss Ellie, probably. Um, she told them to please send the police now. At one point, she has said there was kids in there alive still. Um, here's my problem is that there's been several confirmations that a couple of the kids at least bled out. Um, do you understand what a half hour does when somebody's bleeding out? Um, guys, I'm just gonna say it. In my opinion, lives could have been saved. Um, I want to make something very clear. I do not dislike police officers. I don't dislike. I'm what this man's reasons for making this decision. I don't know. I won't. He won't. He won't say anything. You can bleed out. Okay, essay. Um, I don't understand the reasons. I think if anybody else in this planet that I've heard, former FBI, whatever, could confirm that it was the right decision, then I would feel a little bit better. And I would think, okay, maybe it was. But given that everyone is saying that it makes zero sense because, yeah. The other thing I have an issue with is the chief officer had just had active shooting training, and it's alleged that in February they all had active shooting training. I somebody's gotta make this make sense for me. I do know that unfortunately, due to the many we can take this off now. Death threats on the police force, yeah, several of the balloon releases and stuff have all been had to have been canceled, I guess. Um, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Yeah, essay, and they just had that in February. And y'all, I do know that 40% of I think it's called municipal budget is for police officers. So they're well paid. Um, and I'm just looking here to make sure I don't misrepresent the timeline. I want to make sure that I'm correct, which I think I am, but I'm not saying that they're bad cops or necessarily that, things were corrupt. But I do think that, like, even the governor was misled after it happened because I think they made a really. I don't know. I Oh yeah, Mod Squad for sure. For sure. And Mod Squad, that might and most likely is not even coming from within the town. That's coming from the people all around the country that want to be the heroes, um and I know the yeah, exactly, Miss Ellie. And I know, the parents are hurting too, and everybody's kind of speaking out of anger. But I definitely think that 84 minutes, guys, 84 minutes from the start, 11:27 to 12:51. Here come my children. One second. Hello, hi, son that I haven't seen in 4 or 5 days. Hi. Not my real son, my fake son.
Fake son.
One second, y'all.
Why is there just a random K on the top of this and nothing else?
But I'm like live right now. Could you just?
Hey.
All right, thanks.
You're welcome. No, you're not. Look. It's just a singular K.
All right. 84 minutes is a really long time.
Yeah, 84 minutes is like open. I'm checking.
Right.
It's supposed to be 90.
Yeah. Wait a minute, essay. What did you just? A new live blood transfusion unit for on-site use was set to.
Walk out.
Yes, so I did see that from the trauma surgeon who herself was like. Yep, Mod Squad. Yep, exactly. And like I said, it's most likely the people that are giving the death threats are people. Hey, are not even from that town. Mod Squad, I'm interested in your opinion. It is, Vicky. It is sad because it's just hard to have the town and the people to have it just. What do you think, Mod Squad? Do you think it was just lack of preparation, or I truly want everybody's opinion? There is no right or wrong. Maybe y'all can help me understand better. I'm not prepared to say there was any type of corruption because I don't. I know, essay. Oh yeah, Vicky, big time. Yeah, you're right, Miss Ellie. And I do understand you can't have parents flying into school. Hi, Boston. But you're never going to convince me that it was a right call, for one. But you're never going to convince me that they ever should have retreated when they were right there in the window. Because they were at the doorway, and the boy across the street said he could see the shooter's eyes from his class. If he can, the police certainly can. In my opinion, maybe because they weren't trained properly or something, they panicked. Yeah, Mod Squad, that's the rough part. I respect that and I understand that. That has not been said yet, essay. So my thought on that was I wonder if it went something like this. That they were she so what if that door was closed typically and you couldn't get, because I know like my kid's school had doors, because you guys have doors, right, that like even teachers can't unlock.
Yeah, they have to have a key. They have to have a master key to get in.
Okay. So I'm wondering if she didn't have a master key, because my kids just confirmed that there's some schools that you have to have master keys to get into the outside. You can only go out it, but not in. So I wondered if she had to get her phone or something, because they confirmed they went and got her. She got a phone.
Whenever you're leaving with your class outside, you have to call the front office and tell them you're going out.
Well,
Right, Mod Squad.
Yeah.
Hey.
But guess what? I got to run to my teacher's car and get chips out of it.
Okay, well, tell me about it later. I wondered if she ran out to get the phone and didn't want to go around, to the front. So it's the last day, one of the last days. Chaos is happening, so she could have just ran out and gotten the phone, come back in, and forgot that she had propped the door so that she could get back in that door. I think a really large question is, okay, Boston, did he really call? Is this true? This article true that he called his cousin the week before to talk to her child? Because if that's the case, then yes, he had relation. Yeah, I thought so, essay. Miss Ellie, that's the other thing. That is the other thing that is yeah, Vicky, and that's being said too. What, babe?
Is your back okay?
I'll tell you about it afterwards,
Your
okay?
back's-
I mean, there's a reason that the teacher's name hasn't been released yet. Safety purposes for sure. That's true, Mod Squad. That's a really good point. All really good points. That's very true. I have to find out where the auditorium is in that school in relation, because now that girl,
No, not.
now that girl has said that he was in the auditorium, that's a little different. That plays out where he was within the building a little different, because that's the first I've heard of him being in the auditorium looking for kids. Yeah, essay, I agree. Um, Now, if it was like right on his way, I could see that. But if it's a different place in the building, then that confirms he wasn't in that room barricaded the whole time, so there might have been. It's just all so crazy. Um, but what I do know is how his parents act. I mean, somebody, I think it was Mod Squad, said some parents are just always going to be okay with what their kids do, no matter what. I mean, to be quite honest, I just don't think either one of them knew their son well enough to make a correct judgment, and are almost overcompensating now for his behavior. Um, I do know the sister was granted leave from the military to come be with her grandma and is with the grandma. It's from my understanding. Yes, that I've seen some prop door open. We go in the door. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, Boston. My understanding that from what I've seen, everybody seems to have been very kind towards the grandmother as far as parents and stuff, understanding that she is not she's going to be, from what it looks like an article I read from her granddaughter, was that she is going to be in the hospital months, just for her surgeries alone. Um, I agree, essay. Well, when you've got the Department of Justice involved, which Department of Justice, that's not, somebody don't fault me for this. We're not talking just like local, like, right? We're talking like country, federal, on a federal level, right? For the Department of Justice. Because if that's the case, I mean, they'll get to the bottom of it. And one of the former FBI interview guy I watched it said that he suspects it'll take a while, but he suspects they'll go officer by officer of every single person. Okay, that's what I thought, essay. It's good to know, Mod Squad. If her kid ever does something dumb, we'll just know that Boston's gonna say, my kids are perfect. And that they'll go to like every witness, parents, everything, and they will dissect it until they have. So I mean, you definitely know. Yeah, right, Miss Ellie. So you definitely know, like, it'll get to the bottom of. Um, I know, Mod Squad. I'm just playing with you. It's just, I mean, it's an overall tragic situation. And I know, this week is a lot of the starts to the funerals and stuff. I did see, I'm very glad it seems like most of the fundraisers are like in, the same line as far as raising. And like I said, I'm a big advocate where I feel that these kids need to be with their parents. Yeah, I know, SA. I do know that, gosh, that sweet baby boy, he has been interviewed so many times. Remember, we watched a little bit of him, but then I was too disgusted. I had to shut, not at him, at the reporter that asked him if he was scared to go to school next year. Um, I know that he has interviewed with so many media people because he told his mom said the only reason she's letting him do it is because he said that he thought it would help him. He did lose a cousin in there. So he has interviewed with me personally, y'all. Like, I'm sure there's YouTubers that have reached out to them. And as much as I want to bring you guys info and stuff, I don't think I could do that. I just don't think I could. I just don't think I could interview him, or I just don't. I think there's got to be a line. Um, he's crawled out the window that was broken, a broken glass window. But his cousin did pass. And he said it feels like it's helping him. But where I was going with it is his mom did say that he won't play, he won't sleep in his bed, which is very natural, and that he won't play video games. And when asked why he would, yeah, I know. It does MJ's life. Yeah, exactly, Mod Squad. There's just exactly, Vicky. Yep, exactly, SA. I'm glad you guys agree. There's just some things that I can't in my own personal. I can't. He he can't play video games, his mom said. And when she asked, you don't want to play a video game? And he can't because he doesn't want to hear the gunshots. Um so what I was saying is, in my opinion, like, these babies are going to need to be with their parents and need stability, and a lot, we're not talking about a massively rich community. So I'm very glad that to see that some of them, like a lot of them had, I think all of them, somebody donated custom caskets and things like that. I know MJ's life, right? And just pitching in, because I don't know. I just really feel like they need to be home. I will say that we did have, my kids did it. Well, two of the three. My oldest wasn't there at the time. Uh, and my nieces did 9 cards that went out today. So I'm really excited. And I thought, good can definitely overcome evil, because just to like I don't know, make that connection when they're so far away. Who knows? They could continue to write to them and write back and forth, which would maybe give those kids something to do, while they're sitting recovering or whatever. And I really think that we saw in this community alone that really good can overcome evil if we let it. Braden's gonna do a card.
Huh?
And and they do have, fundraisers, obviously, with not as much as the victims' families, where these to just help these families out right now. My G baby made some. Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah, MJ's life. I just want to flood them. Exactly, Mod Squad. Hugs. Somebody want a 13-year-old because I'm about ready to get rid of mine.
No, you kid, if you have a basketball court, I'll be fine.
And I agree, Mod Squad. They need quiet, comfort things, and lots of therapy, right? And I know that based on what Boston said, that the lady at the church we're working with said that they are all in counseling, like they're all in PT and counseling. So I would assume basically all the counselors are hands-on right now. SA. And I will say that's really great. And we need to definitely keep praying for the counselors. It's a lot, because I think even if, like, the pastor, he's got to be run down, because even if it's not your kid, right? That community, lots of people said they'll take you, Nehemiah.
They will?
Yeah, because they have yard work that needs to be done.
I'm going with them.
It's not for pay. It's just so that you
Yeah, we're a package deal. Where?
nowhere.
No, you're gone, Haven. Nobody like you.
All right, bye, Mod Squad. Thanks. Drive safe.
If I get like candy.
Yeah, I think it would be really. I'm glad to hear. I know a lot of people, like Megan VR said that she's already on. Oh, MJ's life said she pays for yard work.
Good. You already come Antarctica.
Boston, it's okay. Yeah, these kids are distracting me.
We're not. We're.
So I hope. So basically, I wanted to tell you guys that his dad finally spoke out, and it was a little disgusting, in my opinion. But I was not aware until just 2 for 1 today only. I was not aware at. Well, hold on. Let me read through this timeline really quick, okay? Because this is a very accurate timeline. Boomer Sooner.
Boomer Sooner. What?
All right. Shh. 11:27. The door was propped open for his cell phone. 11:28. Crashed his pickup. Had body armor. Shot at 2 male witnesses across the street. At funeral home. 11:30. A teacher witnessed the. A teacher who witnessed the. Okay. This is different than I knew. At 11:30, a teacher who witnessed the shooting went inside the school and called 911. Okay, I didn't know that part.
I didn't lock down the school first.
Because they didn't know at that point. They did after this.
Yeah, if I hear 2 gunshots, I'm running for the hills.
Okay, so 11:30, teacher witnesses. 11:31, the suspect reached the last row of the vehicles in the school parking lot. At this time, a school police officer responded to the funeral home for a call about a man with a gun. The officer drove right past the suspect, who was hunkered down behind the vehicle. We know that that was the resource officer. 11:32, the suspect began shooting at the school's exterior. 11:33, the suspect walked to the west side of the elementary and made entry through the door. He then went to room 111 and 112 and began to shoot. It's not possible to determine, based on the room from the video angle that we have at this point, if he shot more than. Oh, we do know that he shot more than 100 rounds based on audio evidence.
Why don't you just, when you call 911, why don't you block all the main?
They were trying, son. Let me finish this.
They didn't try enough.
Yeah, we're not sure. Hey, Remy. So, then he got in there. He shot the 100 rounds. He locked the door and barricaded himself. 3 police officers with Uvalde entered the school, followed by 3 volunteer officers and a deputy. They went to the door, which was closed, and received grazing wounds. There was gunfire from the shooter between 11:37 and 11:44. The elementary announced at 11:43 that they were on lockdown. 11:51, FBI and police sergeant arrived. 12:03, officers continued to arrive, and at that point, there were 19 officers inside the hallway outside the classroom. At 12:00, that's what I was wondering, Miss Ellie. At 12:03, officers continued to arrive in the hallway. I already said that. 12:03, a girl called 911 from room 112. The phone call was 1 minute and 23 seconds. At 12:10, she called 911 again and advised there was multiple dead in the room. Wow. 12:13 and 12:16, the girl called both times again. 12:15, Border Patrol arrived with shields. 12:17, the school district confirmed there was an active shooter. 12:19, someone in room 111 called and hung up because a student told her to. 12:21, the suspect fired again, believed to be at the door. Hey, rebellious! And law enforcement moved down the hallway. 12:36, the initial female called 911 and said he shot the door. 12:43 and 12:47, she asked dispatch to please send the police now. 12:51, officers made entry by using a master key and fatally shot the suspect. Law enforcement at 12:58 said Ramos had been killed. Remy, based on this, after the first 100 rounds. So that would mean that at 11:37, they changed it to barricaded. He was killed at 12:51 when they got the keys.
FBI, they have more military remote.
Well, I mean,
they have more high-powered guns.
They probably don't have a military FBI set, right?
But they have more powerful guns than pistol.
That's
Pistol's not gonna do that much. Why don't they just get a sniper?
That's rough.
If you shoot to the door, you should be able to shoot to the door if you have like a high-powered sniper.
Imagine you were so. How far away was that from?
How far away was it? About 5 hours.
From where you stood? Still, that's.
I don't know, guys. That's pretty. That girl, that is one of the bravest girls I've ever met in my life. I've never met her, but I don't. What, son? I'm sorry, you guys. They're old enough to know about this. What?
Yeah.
So you said he went into the classroom.
He's dissecting it. I'm not even.
In 112, but later when it was like 12 something, you said that he was shooting the door.
He was inside the classroom when he was shooting the door.
Question: why didn't they just all play dead when he shot?
Because he's gonna shoot him anyways.
So after the first 100, with 911 calls, with 911 calls still coming in, shots still going off, but barricaded. Then they wait. Yes, Remy.
No, I'm either running or hiding.
Boston, what part didn't you? Yes, Remy, you're getting it correct.
You think they don't check the closet?
Yes.
Not if he's shooting people.
They were 4th grade, remember, guys.
When I was in 4th grade, I was playing with my Hot Wheels in class.
I
I'm worried about someone to shoot up my school. That's sad.
I was stabbing the.
Did you hear that? That's from a baby with.
What are you not old? 40.
A 13, 14-year-old boy that just said when he was in 4th grade, he was playing with Hot Wheels.
No, he's actually 13.
Okay, he was saying he was playing with I know, Sandy, with Hot Wheels.
He's 12. He's 12 actually.
Not worrying about shootings.
He was 12.
I still play with Hot Wheels though.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
And Tech Decks. Yeah.
So what do you guys?
Tech Decks at?
Hold on. What do you know to do in a school shooting? What is your school's plan?
Thing,
Let's. Okay, no, Haven, I've heard from you.
if you stay in the
This is
classroom,
good to hear from their
you're
perspective.
dumb. If you stay in the classroom, you're dumb.
Nehemiah, what's your exact?
Because you get cornered if
You
they go in the classroom.
Not-
go in the corner where
No,
they
no,
can't
no.
see you.
Oh, hold on a second. Barricade means that they didn't come in because he was when they entered the school. Yes, when they finally killed him, they he was hiding in a closet and came out shooting. Barricaded, when it switched to barricaded, that's why they didn't go in, because they said that he was no longer a threat, so he had locked himself in the classroom. But I do know that he did originally shoot the window out.
Jump out.
Yeah. So Nehemiah, what does your school say?
Well, the school is
pretty much-
Haven.
The
What
school
the
is
school
kind of
says.
the school is kind of dumb.
The school says that.
Shut up.
Haven,
It's-
we've heard from you already. Okay, one at a time. What
So,
does the school tell you?
to sit in the corner, but that's a dumb thing because
Behind the teacher's
stop
desk.
turning it. No, because no, don't stop. That's a dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, if he goes inside the classroom, he or she got. If he goes inside the classroom, actually, you have to say that if they go inside the classroom, then you're cornered and you're dead if they shoot. So you run,
And then
because
there's
all I know is
Haven.
that no fat person's gonna catch me.
Nehemiah.
Be honest. Let's be honest. People who shoot up the schools aren't the best.
No, but
Yeah.
you know the best place to.
Run in a zigzag. They won't hit you.
All right, you're done. Braden, what does your school actually tell you to do?
So
That's
there's-
how you
it's
do it.
different
People.
for every class, but usually you just go in the corner and sit there, and then until they say lockdown.
I've had
Pretty
time
dumb,
out.
but if I
Go
were-
in the corner and sit there?
No, we go.
Yeah,
That's what
They
we
make
do.
us go behind the teacher's desk and we're all just cramped up.
All I know is that if I can run a 7-10 mile, there's no way they're catching me.
Honey, I know, but you guys need to have a drill because you're all a hot mess.
No, it's
Um,
really, I just.
No, because I hate drills because
Okay.
I'll give you a high five.
I take the
All right,
drills
I gotta
ser-
communicate
I
again.
take
Go
the
play.
drills seriously and actually do it, but then the rest of the people don't stop.
I know
talking
you
and
do
I
get mad when
mad.
people don't. I know.
Just throw 'em out the window. Emergency window.
Boston, yes, I believe so, from those 2 classrooms. Yep.
I might break my
So
foot.
the 2 classrooms were adjoining. So so if I remember when we lived in Texas, like the 2 classrooms that adjoined, they did like co-teaching type thing. So my guess is that's what it was here too. Was that because the one girl that wiped the blood on her and stuff, said that he had gone into the other room when she grabbed the phone off her teacher, which is just,
That's why you bring a ketchup to your school.
I know.
So you get put on you like blood.
Bring.
Decoy. Think about it.
He said that he would like to bring ketchup to school to put
On him, so he
on
can be
him.
dead, so he doesn't get shot.
I know, Miss Ellie, right? I mean,
That's actually a smart idea.
yeah, exactly. MJ's life. You just heard my daughter. She said that she gets so upset because when they do drills, the kids are goofing around, and she's kind of a rule follower.
No,
She
it's
get-
because if they want to get shot in an actual drill from talking and screaming, I'm not the one getting shot. I'm out that window.
Wait, question. David, where do you put the basketball?
But yes, yeah, it's
Check
just
this out of the house.
obviously they're not on the same page with what to do, and that's concerning for me.
Actually, I'm actually on the right page.
I am
Honey,
too.
In my opinion.
in your opinion, that's what you want to do, but your
We're not all
school,
in no school.
your school needs to have a clear cut. Yes, you're going to follow the school. You need to follow
Actually,
it.
If I'm in ELA, their window is
I'm sorry,
right
y'all.
when you jump out, it's the parking lot. So pretty much I am able to run all the way back here. So from here I'll just sprint.
Pursuit of freedom.
Sprint to 7-Eleven.
Amendments. That means I don't have to follow the school.
My 14-year-old just said freedom of
Actually,
amendment.
How many amendments? How many amendments?
And his
are
friend
there?
just said, how many amendments are there? Clearly, my school's dropping the ball. But yeah, I just,
Ah,
There's 5 amendments.
oh, I think it just pulled something.
it's just all kind of a crazy. Well, Vicky, I think they all have like a form of drills. I think they all now Amber's not in here, but I'm telling y'all, her school is on point. Like
What do they do?
I believe she said that like stop dribbling the ball in the house. she said that like her school's newer, but when they built them, they actually built bulletproof walls and windows, which is brilliant.
How are you supposed to jump out the window then?
Yeah, I say that's crazy, but
What if some people are not?
they're all, the concept was everybody's big concept was the go under the desk. My only issue is
I don't like that.
you're still in like the Haven. You're still like, I don't know.
Able to get shot, yeah. Like it's so safe.
Middle school stuff, high school.
Most of the teachers' desks, if you look through the window, you could see. No, if you look through the window in the door, you could
See the
them.
yeah.
They're right across
Well,
the door.
yeah, because the other problem
Definitely.
is that the kids goof around, and the teachers do the best they can to walk the kids through it in a drill, but it's hard because you just don't ever think it's going to happen to you in these small towns, but it always is the small towns. That's what Lana was trying to say, was that we're seeing this happen in the small towns. Do you have a shelter in place drill? Like, do you guys don't have a safe room or anything like that, right?
There's no safe room, but in our old school in Texas,
Yeah.
Whenever
In
there was,
Texas,
whenever there was a lockdown
'cause
drill
we
or
lived there.
something, and we were not in our classroom, we would either go into the girls or the boys. No, if there's like bad
That's-
weather, like a tornado or something, we would go into either the girls or the boys' bathroom and then tuck our heads into our legs and have our hands over our heads.
Okay, so now when we lived in Texas, my daughter said that for lockdown drills,
Whenever there's like tornadoes.
they would go into
Either if
for storms they would go
Yeah,
into the
if-
bathroom and put
if
their heads
the-
between their
if
legs.
the whole boys' bathroom is closed, then everyone, including the boys, also went in the girls' bathroom. But if the whole girls' bathroom is already packed with people, then we go to the boys' bathroom. And the girls' bathroom is like that.
Now the thing for yeah, I know. The thing for right, I know MJ's like the thing for my aunt when she used to be a teacher, she said that they would stand all the kids like for lockdown or something, they'd all stand against the wall because it was supposed to like they were hoping that if the shooter came in they couldn't see them. But I think it's since changed. Based on what the boys are saying, it kind of sounds like they're supposed to sit in the corner, but behind the teacher's desk, all 20 of you.
Yeah, and then there's like every single.
I
teacher-
know,
every
Boston.
single-
That's the problem.
The problem is though, every single teacher's desk that is there, it's like this table right here. There's an open spot under it, so they can see the shooters can see like all the kids' legs and their bodies.
Well, my uncle, y'all, is a teacher, and he keeps a baseball bat. And all the kids know to like how to toss it like this if somebody was to come in, to like toss it to him, so that if somebody came in, if nothing else, he could use it, or um, like a wooden baseball bat, or create chaos. Because I did read a couple articles that says like, it is important, or like you have to get the shooter kind of out of the mindset like where they think that they're in control, where they feel like they're just everything is chaos. Um, so yeah, my uncle that's a teacher, I'm not gonna say. So he like literally taught his high school kids how to toss it to him in case of emergency. So yeah, MJ's life, right? I know. Oh wow, rebellious Rose. Yeah, I mean it's just all crazy, and I just felt bad, that poor boy. I know Talking House, but he has told his story maybe like 30 times. No, not that much, like a few times, but still. Um, I don't know what the answer is at this point, because the teachers should be armed. On the other side of that, people are saying, well, then you get a crazy teacher, but I don't know what the answer is anymore. But I do know that a 10-year-old was just arrested in Florida. Yep. Wow, essay, that's awesome. Hey, yeah, Gen 8, something like that. I'm not opposed to that, because you almost don't want them screaming to draw too much attention to themselves. But yeah, something like that. Um, but there was a 10-year-old boy just arrested in Florida for a threat to come to school. And I think it was, yeah, it was just, oh, wow, yeah, just this past few days, I guess. Wow. His son texted somebody, I guess, that he was going to Cape Coral, Florida. Wow. Whoa. Wait. Oh, there were guns in his household. They aren't sure yet if they were legally owned. Daniel, the boy, I'm still having, yeah, Remy, I know, was Googling AR rifles. He said he was going to buy them, and he told his friends, get ready for water day. Holy cow. Granted, it might have been a fake threat, but wow. Wow. The kid claims it was a fake threat. Obviously, most likely would have, but still, that's just, yeah, Miss Ellie, I think there's gonna be a lot. Yeah, Shay, I read somewhere that there was a school shooter that was trying to come in just recently, and like this grandma with a gun just came in and was like, boom. Oh yeah, Delaney. No problem. Yeah, I can't get into that. Like, I want to know what it ends up to be, but I just can't like jump into it. I've tried and I just can't. Absolutely, Remy. Absolutely. It didn't sound offensive at all. I get it. Yeah. My 9-year-old, he's not going to be quiet. I can tell you right now, he is going to try to negotiate. That's what he'll do. Yep. Yeah, Sandy. Well, like I said the other day, Sandy, when that resource officer came because my kids were sick and they couldn't reach my husband or I, and he showed up and said, why aren't your kids at school? Well, because they're sick. That means you just took the resource officer off school property to come to my house, who is not even a concern. My kid, trust me, if my kids can go to school, they're going to school because I want them gone. So now no one's guarding the school. Yep. So I mean, exactly, Shay, because that's the other thing I said is our high school is way, 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 way in the other. I mean, it'll take a good, probably takes at least 15 to 20 minutes to walk from one end of the school to the other end of the school. He's um not armed from what I know. So I'm sure he's probably armed. I'm sure that was rumor. Like, he's not going to be the closest one. It's, yeah. I know Amber said her kid's school have like 4 armed officers or something, or one has to be in place before. Oh, Shay, okay. They officers have to be in place before one can leave, because I get it if you have multiple schools, like, you have to check each school, but I don't know, like, yeah. So I remember Amber saying like a resource officer couldn't leave until the other one was in place, and that's just. And I know it's a smaller school. I get it, but we are also seeing exactly, Remy. I mean, trust me. I guarantee you, my kids are going. Haven, do I send you to school no matter what? Yeah, my kids are going to school. Trust me, I don't want. You can have them. Oh, MJ's life. Oh, Florida and California. That's right. I forgot. A lot of the southern schools, they go outside to switch classes. Oh, see, that could be a danger in itself. Yeah, I know, Delaney, right? Or the dad that took his the off-duty border patrol and stole the barber's gun and went in and saved his wife and his daughter. Yeah, Shay, I know. Yeah, I forgot about outside classes. That's interesting. That is a huge, I would think, safety issue. It's just, it's crazy. I was listening to the radio though, and just this weekend alone afterwards, there was like parade shootings. It's just, it really did, Remy. Everything changed. It really did. And then Sandy Hook, and then parents want gates with a guard at gate to lock with schools. MJ's life, they don't have guards at the gates to lock your kid's school when you're, oh, heck no. Wow, Remy. Yeah, MJ's life. Yeah. Yeah. You're just open yourself something that's crazy. There's no gate? Oh, heck no. That's why Atlanta came in here and was like all fired up and said she had to go rip her like yeah. We're not no more shortcuts on protecting our kids. The way Look, I know my kid's not a president. They're a president in my eyes. But the way they guarded uh President Biden when he went there, him and his wife went there Sunday, right? Saw the superintendent. The way they protect the president is the way I want you protecting my kids. As crazy as that sounds, I want my babies protected. All schools get kids can leave school. Okay, MJ's life, yeah, that's a hard no. Oh my gosh. Wow, Remy. Wow. SA. Yeah, our school's not gated. You have to be buzzed in. Now, when we lived in Texas, like you had to be buzzed in because ours was the same thing. Elementary school was separate. We had to be buzzed in, and then we couldn't go past uh the door and the window. Like we could go into the main office, but you couldn't get actually into the school. And then what I didn't know, but I did confirm, was that the windows and the door were bulletproof. Yeah, Remy. Exactly, Delaney. Exactly. It should be a given. I want my babies protected.
Do you have any
Do I have any what?
AC?
AC? Yeah, you got to shut the door.
You turn this baby up, I'll come back. When you put out.
Sorry, my children stepped on my thing. Right? I know. Oh, wow. SA. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that in a lot of places you can't play on the playgrounds in the weekends anymore. Oh my gosh, MJ's life. Yeah, that sounds crazy. Wow. I know, Vicky. There's a solution, and hopefully we can find it after this. Now I'm okay with making my kids' schools like a prison if it means they're safe. Exactly, Remy. Exactly. Good point. Good point.
What?
They said that. I'll tell you later. It was a good point. All right, y'all. I guess I better give these kids exactly, Remy, some snack or something. Not that they've probably already gone through. How many cookies did you just have?
Like 10.
Son, those just went up in price.
No.
I can't afford to feed my kids anymore.
What?
Even the generic brand just went up.
Oh. I'm not going to pay for stuff.
Yes, you're not paying for stuff. Oh,
Exactly. That's why you don't.
thank you, Brayden. This is why I like him more than you. Sports cheer. Exactly, Miss Ellie. All right, y'all. Well,
Who is
look,
this?
I'm gonna hop off. You guys have a good rest of the day. I might come on later. We'll see. I enjoyed chatting with you guys and getting some of your opinions. And let me know if you find anything. Vicky, soon, hopefully. I still got like 1,000 hours left to go. But I'm getting there. Slowly. Exactly, Remy. Once I hit 4,000, I think I'm at like 2,800. So I'm getting close. I know, MJ's like you and everybody else. Thanks, Miss Ellie. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye.